So I'm trying to figure out which beer style to brew today, and I'm on a tour. I'm on the City Brew Tours in Raleigh, and we're going from brewery to brewery. There's a bus that takes us around 4 different breweries. We get to go behind the scenes, and we're tasting beers. And I'm going to try to find the beer style that I enjoy the most, and then try to replicate it at home. And I'm here with the tour guides themselves, Mike and Gavin. I am not going to do any brewing today. I'm going to be directing.
That's okay. Fine. Yeah,
you guys going to brew.
Sure.
So I need somebody to don these fetching
Of course,
gloves.
I have. Yeah,
I got you.
There you go.
All right.
No work glove guy. Yeah. That's for you. Looks like you pour, I mash.
Yeah.
All right. Get a nice thick consistency, but no clumps. Definitely no clumps.
So now we're going to mash 152 Fahrenheit or 67 Celsius for about an hour.
That's some beers.
Speaking of which, having some beers was the primary purpose of the tour. We went from brewery to brewery, tasting a whole variety of styles, and also getting private tours of various brew houses.
Give him the universal gesture of give me beer, hold out an empty glass, that'll work. All of the malt is crushed up and sent to this big circular thing up here.
So, which style did we pick? Well, before I reveal that, let's hear from Mike and Davin.
My name's Mike,
And I'm Davin.
and we're the owners of City Brew Tours Raleigh.
What do we do, Mike?
What do we do?
Yeah, what do we do?
We take people on experiential tours of Raleigh's best breweries, craft breweries specifically.
It's a really fun experience. Teach you about how beer is made. You get some food along the way as well.
Yeah, the magic of the beer bus. It starts with one beer at the beginning, and it ends with a bus full of friends.
Yeah, exactly. Like Martin.
Yeah.
This has been a lot of fun. So we're our 4th brewery now. This is Crank Arm. At each brewery we've tried 4 different beers. So gonna try the ones at Crank Arm here and then make the call as to what we think the beer style is that we should brew next.
Crank Arm's my favorite place. I think it's a very relaxing vibe. Good outdoor area, good indoor area, but most importantly, their sours, delicious.
My favorite experience was at Compass Rose. Their tap room, phenomenal. But I'd recommend anybody who's into beer, come down to Raleigh, do the City Brew Tour. It's awesome.
So at the first place at Gizmo, I really liked the Talus hopped Pale Ale. It's really good beer, really crisp, really nice. And at this one, we really like the, help me again with the name.
The Crunchy Bearings.
Crunchy Bearings, which was a raspberry stout, and it had a really nice tart raspberry flavor. It was really special. It was really nice.
So we decided to combine aspects from our favorite beers on the tour. And with Caleb's help, we came up with a hoppy Kolsch with raspberry. This, by the way, is known as the Martin Keen Lean.
I got the one hook. We're going with the patented Martin Keen Lean.
We didn't actually have access to Talus hops, so we're going to kind of fake it with Simcoe and Cashmere. So the Simcoe will give us sort of a grapefruit character, and then the Cashmere will just give us a little bit of floral and herbal kind of notes as well. And then for the bittering hop, we're going to be using just Hersbrucker, so nice low alpha acid hop, and that's going to go in at the start of the boil, and then these two will go in with 5 minutes remaining.
What was the first craft beer you drank that you can remember?
That I remember? No, I remember because we were living together. It was Nugget Nectar by Trogs, and I thought it was terrible. I thought it was really bad. It was way too bitter for me at the time. I was like, I was 21. I remember I didn't like it, and then I came back to it like 2-3 years later. I tried it again. I was like, wow, this is really good.
My first craft beer was Clipper City Pale Ale, which at the time, Clipper City was a large regional Baltimore brewery, which eventually became Heavy Seas Brewing Company. The beer is still around. It's now called Powder Monkey Pale Ale, but I just remember drinking it at the bar. And my first thought was, this tastes incredible. It was rich, it was malty. It's an English-style pale ale, a real strong malty beer, more robust than what I was used to drinking, which was, your typical college beers. Yellow, fizzy, free, cold. It just sort of, that was the first experience where I said there must be more to beer than just what I had been drinking up until that point.
I'm not gonna lie, in these videos, I thought there was a lot of space back here.
Tiny room, wide angle lens, man.
Yeah, I know, it really gives the impression. Keep ready.
Okay, so we're going to use Wyeast 2565 Kolsch yeast. Now, Kolsch is kind of an interesting yeast.
It's tolerant of a ton of different temperatures. I like to be pretty middle of the road with things, so I usually pitch around 58 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, so just below like a typical ale range. Let it rock and roll for 3 or 4 days. And then near the tail end of fermentation, I like to bump it up a few degrees, close to like 62 to 65, somewhere in that range. No extended lagering period. It's a Kolsch. You don't really need to do anything crazy here. You should be able to drink this in at least, you know, I would think 14 days is a nice solid range right there.
We're back where it all began. Gizmo Brewing brought the van as well.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
And this is our beer.
Incredible aroma.
Fruity, apple, you know, probably from the yeast.
Yeah.
A little bit of pear.
Yeah, a little
Pear. Yeah.
Some bready character too.
Yeah, but not
Sweet malt aroma. Yeah, no,
But not
overly hoppy or anything.
not super malty though.
Yeah, not overly malty. It's quite balanced.
All right, so do we go for it?
Let's go for it.
Oh,
Let's give it a
let's
try.
go. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's not overly dry. It's kind of.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's a little bit rounded.
So I get a little bit of the herbalness from the Cashmere,
Yeah,
for sure. Not overly piney from the Simcoe.
But then it like rounds out at the end, like very, like you said, bready.
Yeah,
bready,
a
easy
little,
drinking.
little bready.
Yeah.
Not, I wouldn't say malty, but more kind of bready.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I really like that bready finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you did not end up adding raspberry extract
Yes.
to this. That was part of the plan, but it was so good apparently that we didn't add that.
I tried it and I was like, wow, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how much raspberry extract to add, so I haven't.
Fair enough.
But I brought it with me.
I would say like 1 or 2 drops.
Yeah, really,
Should be sufficient.
Yeah,
Even for like a 16-ounce glass, that should be good.
Do you wanna dose me up?
Okay. So 1, 2, 3.
How
much? How much?
How many did you do?
Some.
I'm gonna like.
Yeah, you
Roll
can.
with
I'm
that.
going to take your impression first before I risk it. Before I risk my whole pint on it. Yeah, nothing that changed in that.
It's not over the top, but it's you can taste it. You don't get much like tartness out of it that you probably would if you use like real fruit puree. But you get the aroma and the flavor. That's actually really great. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to add 1 milliliter.
There you
Okay.
go. I'm going to go for something repeatable here, hopefully. 1.5.
1.5 milliliters.
Yeah, 1.5
Okay.
milliliters.
Hey.
No coloration, like you said.
Right. Still the
Pretty
same
well.
same coloration.
Yeah, it's almost it's not fruit-like, it's candy-like. I get raspberry
Yeah.
candy from it.
Candy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You lose the breadiness.
You do.
aspect completely.
And then it's more
that apple pear is-
fruit forward
Yeah.
and
That apple pear is gone too. Like
it is
Yeah.
and I like that. I
Yeah.
like the apple pear from the yeast.
Extracts and puree have tended to yield the most flavor in my experience, and then using whole fruit that's not pureed has given me the subtle sort of flavors generally, but it depends on the fruit, I think, a lot too. But this is definitely strong.
I'm super happy with that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well done.
Great impressions. Yeah, cheers.
Yeah.
Awesome
You know,
recipe.
I think the important thing is we put in our research, right?
Did,
By
yeah.
going
We
to
did our
stories,
research.
trying all these beers.
Yeah,
All that
that's
hard
right.
work
Yeah.
paid
Yeah.
off.
Hard work paid off. Exactly.
Appreciate you guys.
Hard to
yeah,
argue
thank
with
you for
that.
joining us.
Yeah.
on the tour. We really appreciate
Yeah, it
it.
was super
Absolutely.
fun.
Been
Yeah,
awesome.
a lot of fun.
Let's do it again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cheers.
Cheers.
Oops, sorry. Got him.
Cheers.
Cheers.